All right, all right, all right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. As usual, I'm your host, Mark Pierce. How you doing today? It is Thursday, October. What are we on already? October 21st. Wow. What are we talking about today? Well, it turns out the Journal of the American Medical Association says if you listen to this band, you're just plain smarter. And I just listen to them and I just feel smarter. So that's what you're going to do today, all right? It's a smart decision to listen to this band. So who are we talking about today? I was supposed to do this band, this record last Saturday. I said I was going to do this, but then we got sidetracked. That's what happens here in the cave, we just roll with it. Stuff happens and, we catch up. So who are we talking about today? We are talking about Inxs again. Yes, I told you we were going to cover two bands in a week. And yes, some of you pointed out that we have already done that via my tribute to Van Halen for sure. So that has happened and it will happen because it'll happen with Led Zeppelin. I think Led Zeppelin released like all their records in the fall, so they're coming up. All right, so what are we talking about with Inxs? We already covered Listen Like Thieves, that epic record that put them from nowhere to somewhere, and that was a big deal. It was a great rock and roll record put out in 1985. They put that record out and they said to themselves, we got to come up with something bigger and better. We're going to make an album with mostly singles in mind. We're going to do that, right? So they started writing and started putting stuff together. They were doing like a tour around the same time, I think, but anyway. They were recording in Australia. They went to their manager, their producer, and said, we got a record going. And he's like, I don't think you have enough singles. I don't think you have enough songs yet. Why don't the two of you go to Hong Kong for a little bit and write some more? I don't know why that happened, but they did. They went to Hong Kong. And they ended up writing 3 songs there, one of which was Need You Tonight. They came back with those, and he's like, yep, this is your record, and the rest was history. Interestingly enough, the record came out, the record came out October 12th, 1987. That was the LP and the cassette. The CD didn't come out till October 26th, so we're right in the middle there. I don't know why the CD was delayed. I'll have to try to figure that out, but it was. So they had this record all done. They flew over the pond, really many ponds actually when you think about it. They flew halfway around the world to the Atlantic Record senior executives, played them the record, and you know what they said? We'll pass. I don't like this record. It's like too dance, like funk oriented. It's not rock and roll. Your fans want rock and roll. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you $1 million budget. Just go back to Australia and reproduce it and record it all over again. And their producer was like, man, I don't think that's a bad idea. I don't know. This record's great. So what did he do? He went behind the exec's back, went to the Atlantic radio promotion team and said, I want you to play this song. I want you to play it on college radio and see what happens. So they played Need You Tonight in select college markets, and the song was a huge hit. Once it became a huge hit, the label could not relent, and they ended up putting on their schedule to come out in October. They did a short college tour as this was happening, as the record was coming out. I was fortunate to be at that show, as were you, Mike Murray, right? They played Yukon at Christmas time of 1987. I got to see him at Jorgensen Auditorium, small little place at Yukon, and that was amazing. One of the most amazing shows I've seen because of the circumstances, because right after that, they would just absolutely explode and go on a full global tour. The record comes out. Let's do the numbers. It's their 6th record. It's their most successful one. It has 4 top 10 singles. One went to number 1. Sold 20 million copies. Was on the charts in the United States for 79 weeks. It's the biggest selling record from an Australian band in Canada next to AC/DC's Back in Black. It won 5 Moon Men at the MTV Music Awards for Need You Tonight, Mediate. They just, I mean, what a record, right? Everyone remembers the year, that wintertime, that spring, that summer was just dominated by the songs on this record, was it not? I mean, I remember 87, 88. If you, that's, I mean, everyone knows where they were when they were listening to Kick. I don't know anyone that doesn't like a song on this record. If you're out there, I don't want to hear from you today. All I want to hear is the love for this record, because this is good stuff. What are the songs on this record? We got Guns in the Sky, first track, boom. I mean, what? Just talk about kick. That's a kick in the butt. What a great song. New Sensation, Devil Inside, Need You Tonight, Mediate. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Loved One, Wildlife, Never Tear Us Apart. Hello. Yeah, College. That one. Man, the drama. Right. Sure. Mystify. That's a song. That's a song right there. That's a good one. Kick, Calling All Nations, and Tiny Daggers. Awesome record. All right. What are we doing for Song of the Day today? Well, it's pretty easy for me. I mean, Guns in the Sky would have been the sleeper. I mean, New Sensation, Devil Inside, all great. Mystify, great. But remember, it was a big deal when it was all about the music videos, right? And the benefit of the music video was if they played it right, you got to hear this in the way it was supposed to be heard and not on the radio. Need You Tonight went right into Mediate. Sometimes would they sometimes cut off the video? Yeah, sometimes they would, and you'd be like, what are you doing? That's terrible. But most of the time you got to see the video for Mediate, and you got so excited when you saw that because the placards and the words, and it was just awesome, right? Like Pretty Kate has Sex Ornate, right? I mean, that's a great song. Turns out they weren't the first ones to do that place card. I think we talked about that, but Dylan did it way back in the day. Same idea with the place card moving along. So it wasn't their idea, but they certainly did a great job in paying homage to that idea. Okay, we're at 8 minutes. We're going to cut it short. It's Inxs, Kick. Listen to this record. Just take yourself back to 87, 88, but here you go. It's Need You Tonight, Mediate. This is going to be a great day because you played this song. And it's Thursday, so you know what tomorrow is. I know you know. I know, you know. We all know. You know that I know that you know. And you know that I know that you know that I know that you know. So, that's tomorrow. Anyway, enjoy your day. Have a great one. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.